Hi, in this video we are going to look at how to raise an invoice in Xero and send that to the client. First, click on the business menu and then on invoices. There you are presented with a list of all the invoices that you have already raised and some options. Let's click on new invoice. There you will see an invoice template. It's as easy as filling this in. So in the to, let's put the customer name. All you need to do is type the name. You have an option to add a new customer from there. In the date, it defaults to today's date, but you can edit that. The due date is the date the invoice is payable by the client. If you don't know the exact date, you can simply put plus 28 to advance the date 28 days, or plus 7 if you've got 7-day terms, example. The invoice number, that's sequential based on the last invoice you've raised. There's no need to put a reference, and your branding is standard unless you've got different branding themes set up. So let's enter some invoice details. I'm going to choose 2 items and then enter 1 manually. So in the first item, let's pick some golf balls. Let's order 10 of those, and you can see the details have automatically filled in. On the second line, I'm going to choose some support, and then we're going to have 25 hours of that support. And again, the details have all filled in. On the third line, I'm not going to choose an item, but I'm just going to enter a description, in this case, a book. I'm going to have 1 of those at £10, but we're going to have a 10% discount. And that's an invoice completed, filled in and completed. So what we need to do now is approve that. So let's click approve. You can see that's now been approved for sending. We're now presented with the invoice again with an email button. So let's press email. I'm going to be presented with a pop-up box with the text for the email, which you can customize. So in this, it's going to say, "Hi test, here's invoice number 44 for £13,596. At the bottom, there is an option to include the PDF invoice. Click on that. You can include any attachments that you might have put in to support the invoice. We're going to click send. What this will do is send me an email. So I've now received that email as if I was the client. Let's open that. And this is what your client will see. We can have that branded with your logo. There's a link to pay now. There's a link to the invoice, or there's a PDF copy. Let's open the PDF copy, where you can see it's just like any standard invoice. Some payment advice on the bottom if they wanted to send in payment, for example. Bank details, options to pay, a link to pay online if you have that facility set up, or there's an online link. So the online link takes them to a Xero page that's got the invoice again, with a link to pay now in the top corner. So let's go back to Xero and see how that translates in the history and notes section on the invoice. So if you click show history, you can then see when the invoice has been created and by whom, when it's been approved, when it's been sent, and who it's been sent to. And then because we've viewed it online, you can also see when the invoice has been viewed. And that, in a nutshell, is how to raise and send invoices in Xero. Thank you.